Hey guys, welcome back to another X-Pen 11 tutorial. Today we're making a tutorial on the Toliss A340 that was released only like 4 days ago. For the simulation of this flight today, we'll be doing a flight from O'Hare, from the wonderful Nimbus scenery to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. So to make this tutorial short as possible, let's just go ahead and start. So I have my checklist on the left side. If you want it, you can go to my Discord server, which I will have linked in the description. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn on the battery 1 and 2, just like any Airbus. Then turn on the external power A and B. And then you're going to turn, it's kind of optional, but I recommend it. You can turn your brightness up all the way, do that, or else you will not see that well. Just go ahead and do that. Turn it all the way up. Some people keep this side off just for FPS performance, but the Toliss is fine with FPS, so don't really know what to say. Turn your FMC brightness all the way up. Alright. Now we're going to turn the crew supply on, which is right here. It's basically all the oxygen. Then we're going to turn on the ground control, which is right here. Then we're going to test the fire. So let's do an APU test. Make sure it does that. And then go here. I'll test all 4 engine fire alerts. There you go. Alright, now we're going to line our ADIRs, just like any Airbus. Nav and logo light goes to the 1 position. And then passenger signs, seatbelt goes to auto, no smoking goes to on. Then emergency exit lights go to arm. And then you're going to turn on the APU battery right here. Don't forget to do that. Then you turn on the radios, which are already on. And then it's time for the McDo that quickly. I'll make sure you turn these up here. Alright. So that went pretty quick. So I just have my flight plan on my left side ready for O'Hare to, Paris. Okay, so initialize. So KORD O'Hare LFPG, which is Paris Charles de Gaulle. Put that in there. Go to IRS, align on REF, confirm. Go to wind, press wind request, and then put your flight number, which is AFR for us. I forgot what it was. It is 5, so I'm just going to put in the AFR 5, which is Air France 5. I'm going to go ahead and get our Toliss menu out. And so for today, you're going to have about 253 people on board. 253. You're going to have 26.4 payload. Okay, no, forget about that. 71.5 on the fuel. This is kilograms. Just 72.1. That's fine with that. And the ZFW 209.0. Okay, that's the lowest we're going to get. Alright. So we're going to just apply that and apply. We are super heavy today. Just go ahead and do a pop out so it's easier. So we're going to have 253 passengers on board. Cost index is going to be 180. That is super fast. Cruise altitude would be flight level 370, which is 37,000 feet for you don't know. Go to the next page. ZFW is 210.8. And then block fuel is 72.1. Put that in there. Then we can close out of that and make sure you click apply. So go to the close out of that. Alright. Now we're going to go to the departure for Cord. Or, I shouldn't say Cord. What was it? O'Hare. So this is a relatively big airport. I'm going to go check the ATIS real quick from SimBrief. What does it say? It doesn't really say the departure runway on here. Hold on. Simul approaches and use. Okay, anyways, we're just going to pick one from here. What the SimBrief says, just 10 left. Alright, 10 left is fine to me. Don't go raging in the comments if that's not what they use all the time, because I'm not really familiar with O'Hare. Alright, so temporary flight plan. Alright, now we're going to enter the rest of our route, which is the next waypoint. There's no departure shade. The next waypoint is E-Bake. Alright. Then Wismo, which goes into the discontinuities. If you don't know, I'm certain there's going to be airways, and I'll show you how to enter them. But when you're entering waypoints like this, you just put in the discontinuities. And then posts Go ahead and put in there. What else? What's next? Paid, P-A-D-D-E. SVM, which is a VOR, if you didn't know. VOR is something that's over an airport to guide you there, which is relatively old navigation. And then direct DIRLO. And then, sorry there's no audio in this thing because I couldn't get the audio working, so you're only going to hear my voice. Alright, DIRLO, and then Quebec 907. So we're going to go to DIRLO, we're going to go to Airways, and go Quebec 907 via. And then what you're going to do now is going to go direct Mills, M-I-L-L-S. Put that in there. Mills, and then November 211 Echo. Put that in there, and direct Nixo. Whoever names these waypoints needs to just find more appropriate names. Alright. And then we're going to close out of that insert. Go to the next discon. From Nixo, we're going to go direct Natu. Oh, I messed that up. Hold on. Oh, sorry, that's part of the airway. Then we're going to go direct LSOX. LSOX, then direct Gapley. Gapley, then we're going to go to here. Airways again, and then we're going to Mike 25. Put that in via. And then you're going to exit the waypoint, or exit the airway at Anitz. Then we're going to another airway, UM25. UM25, then Lukip. L-U-K-I-P. But let's go ahead and put that in there. And then you are set up for the arrival. So now we're going to have to put insert temporary. Go to LFPG arrival. And Simbrief says ILS 9 right. So I'm just going to go ahead and that. Don't yell at me in the comments because I know people are. And then our arrival is going to be Lukip 9 Victor. Go ahead and to all the way till you find Lukip. Right, there you go. That is it. So temporary flight plan. Go ahead and scroll all through it. Make sure there is no discons. This is a long flight plan. Jesus. Alright, that's it. Alright, just go ahead and press insert. We're going to do the perf page now. So go ahead and go to your Toliss menu. Select flaps. I'm going to do 2 today. So let me just pop this out. So it's going to be flaps 2 / trim is up 3.0. So we put up 3.0. Put that in there. And then flex temp is 45 degrees. Or sorry, F45. You put F45. Alright, now VREF speed is 161, 161, 165. V1 is 161. V rotate is 161. And then V2 is, of course, 165. So you're now done with the FMC. You can go ahead and close out of this. I recommend you put this page to your captain side. So put the page to flight plan. Then go here and just put it to perf. That's what I do. Alright. Not that. I don't know why I'm opening that. Let me get my checklist back up. Alright, here it is. Altimeters. Let me go check the ATIS again. Sorry, guys. Altimeters for O'Hare is... Oh, that's low. Oh, yeah, I forgot it's raining outside right now. Let's go ahead and put that to QNH since we're in America. Alright. 2960 is kind of low. Go ahead and put this to 29602. Oh, hold on, I'm lagging. Hold on. All right, there you go. I don't have Vulkan on. Sorry for lag if anything's happening. All right, APU start. So we're gonna now go over here to the APU, master switch on, and then wait a couple seconds. Put that there on, and then turn on all the fuel pumps. So a lot of buttons to press. All right, now turn on the APU bleed after you've done that. After the APU has started, we're going to go ahead and turn off the external power. Let's go ahead and set our, since we're not on VATSIM, just set it to pilot 370. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're basically about it till the APU starts. Let's see. Everything else looks good on this. I'm actually really looking forward to their ACAR system, so you can print it out here. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Okay, IRSs have a line. Let's go and set that to 10 miles. Alright, APU started. Just turn external powers and off. Alright, now we're going to push back, so just go ahead and turn the beacon on. And so, actually, I don't know where 10 left is. Anyone know where 10 left is in this gigantic airport? It's on the other side of this, probably. 10 left, yeah, there it is. Since we're over there, so we're just going to go ahead and push back like this. I'll show you in a second. So go ahead and call better pushback. This may not be how you do it in real life, but I'm not a professional pilot, so toast driving up. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it so where we're just gonna pick off at the when we start a push. All right, so yeah. All right, guys, the pushback is now ready. So we're gonna continue on with the checklist. So now we're gonna release the parking brake since better pushback. Okay, it says release the parking brake, so let's just go ahead and release it. And then we're going to ignition start. So just put it to ignition start. And there's a certain start sequence you have to do this in. So you start with engine number 2. Once it gets to 15%, I'm going to start engine number 1 since this plane can start 2 at a time. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Number 1. So make sure you have engines 2, 1, 3, and 4. That's the start sequence you need to do it in. Have that written down somewhere. I recommend it. I made my own checklist. As again, if you want it, is in my Discord server in the checklist channel, and there's tons of other checklists that I made in there for a lot of different planes. All right, let's wait for both those to start up. And if you want to, go ahead and turn this on. Go to taxi cam. You can look at it right there. There's a taxi cam. Alright. I go ahead and start engine number 3. God, I just have the reversers out. For some reason, I just have the reversers out. That's weird. Alright. Now, engine number 3 is starting, so let's go ahead and start engine number 4. Alright, they just commanded us to turn on the parking brake, so let's turn on the parking brake here. Alright. We're getting ready to go to start our after start. Alright, now we're going to do it after start. So ignition goes to normal, flaps to speed brake. If you just go like this, arm, bleed off, and then the APU bleed goes off. Alright, that's the after start. And for the taxi checklist, up, down. This is flight control check, by the way. Left, right, left rudder, right rudder. Alright, that's good. Auto brake, TO. A takeoff config, test, taxi light, on. Alright, so now we can start our taxi. So let me just get my charts out real quick. Sorry for the low FPS. It is Chicago, so I can't really do anything about it. Alright. And you go to runway 10 left, which is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and release the parking brake. Oh, I've heard they've had issues with the better pushback here. Alright, so I'm going to restart the recording once we get to the runway. Alright, we're coming up on runway 10 left, so let's just go ahead and start our before takeoff. So before takeoff is going to be landing lights goes on, nose goes on, strobe goes to on, and then we're going to go down to our transponder, and then we're going to put it to on, and then TARA, and then all. If you've got that, you're ready to take off. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get lined up on the runway here. Sorry, my taxiing's a little bad. My rudders, they're old. Oop. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm actually really bad at taxiing. Oh, God. Alright. Alright, so we're all lined up on the runway, ready to go. So what you're going to have to do, like any Airbus, is put the throttles up till it gets to man flex 45. Alright, man flex 45, as you can see, SRS man climb. Sorry, that's just a bug that has been happening. Alright, airspeed's live, both sides, SRS. 80 knots. This plane feels nice and heavy with the rudders. 120. V1 and rotate. Oop. Sorry about that takeoff, guys. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, it's bumpy. Oh, God. Jeez, it's really bumpy. Oh, Jesus. Alright, gear up. God, we're speeding out of here. Alright. Sorry about that atrocious takeoff. Alright, we're going into too much clouds, so it's going to turn the anti-ice on. Go flaps 1. Go ahead and make the left turn. We can go ahead and just turn on the autopilot right now. And it'll do the rest of it for us. Go ahead and turn off the flaps. Alright, that's going to conclude our tutorial for today. Basically, oh, not yet, actually. Put this to climb. At 10,000 feet, basically just turn off the landing lights, everything you normally do with any plane at 10,000 feet. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end the tutorial there. I would like to thank you all for watching, and have a pleasant evening and a great flight with this plane.